I want to show the concept of a room. The first thing is under the Architecture tab. If you look under Rooms and Areas, a little black arrow, and the option at Color Schemes, Area and Volume Computation. If you click on Area and Volume Computation, you'll see that you can have the rooms calculate areas automatically, which is faster than if you've got areas and volumes switched on. But if you need the volume of a room, you can switch that on. By default, it's just doing areas. Has the option of does the room measure to the wall finish, the center, the structural part of the wall, or the center of the structural part of the wall. I'm going to leave it as at wall finish. First thing is when you place a room up here, if you want to make sure that the tag on placement is switched on so that the actual label or tag is placed at the same time the room is created. And when you come into the building, you see that because, let me just place that on the outside at the moment, because rooms have a property that says that they're room bounding. We saw this used by the ceiling as well. What it means is that when we grab a room and we bring it into the building, it kind of expands to fill up that space. So typically you're doing something like saying, give me a room down here. An important concept here is that the tags that are shown are also families. So similar to doors being available in different sizes or windows of the same type being available in different sizes, room tags are available reporting on different properties of the room. For example, the room area. So if I pick a tag, I can tell it, report and show me the square footage. The significance of that is that if the actual object changes, you'll see the values change. So if I move a wall, then all of this is updated live in my project. A faster way, this was introduced fairly recently, but under the room, you can say do it automatically. What it does is just place rooms every place in the building. When you pick the label and you change it, so I'm going to call that bedroom, you can go in and you can change the values associated with the room object. To find any room object, if you move your cursor over the tag and then you hit the tab key, you'll find had to hit it twice there, you'll find the room underneath, and then you can see the properties of the room. And any of these are text fields that can be filled out with data about the room. But what I want to show you is something on if I click in the view, so in the floor plan view, I want to show you this option called the color scheme. So if for rooms you specify that you want color scheme by name, what it means is it will color code the rooms where every unique name has a unique color. So you see, for example, when I say change this to living room, kitchen, entry, bathroom, you see that they're all getting a unique color. Call that closet. Right. If I want to change and get square footage from all of this, if I right click on the tag, select all instances in the view and change them to be room width area. Sorry, I didn't do that. Sorry, it's the one that's without areas. Right click, select all instances in the view, finds these, then I change those to say, use that with areas. One other option would be that on the annotation tab, you can bring in a colorful legend, so it's going to show you color coded what the rooms are. Another option, if you click on the tag, if you just move that outside the room, it gives you question marks because it doesn't really know what it's pointing at. But if you turn on the option that says leader line, you'll see that I'm using the move command that's part of the label. If I move it out, I can actually move my tags outside of the room. Right. So if I don't have the leader line switched on, I'm going to see this, and it's going to tell me that's a warning. And when you don't have really an option to leave it there, it's going to not be displaying correctly. And what you'd need to do is turn on the tag so it knows to look back to the back to the room that it came from, so it can get that data. Next thing would be something called a room separation line, which is up here. So under architecture, a room separator. This is how you could divide up a big space so that you could have different activities within that space. So for example, if I took my living room and I said that down here I'm going to regard that as being living room, and then have a different room down here that I might call dining. So if I said room, tag on placement, come down here, dining. And any change, so if I tab to find that, if I change the geometry, move it around, you see that I'm updating my labels. We change that back to this with area so you can see it. So when I go in and I do that, adjust the separator lines, it updates my readout.